So yeah, let's check this guy. Ripple holders are paying attention to this huge week ahead. So this crypto ZX usually gives like pretty good news that affects the price as well. Again, speculations. This is just speculations that I'm doing on my channel. It's all theories. So RSI is so overbought. That is the thing with XRP. I am doing speculating, right? And the thing is, we never saw XRP's prices over a lawsuit. So the historic data shows that XRP will drop, and we kind of saw that, right? But everything before that, since 2020 or when the lawsuit was, is basically a drop for XRP. It crashed. And I am really betting on the South Korean markets to pump it, because they don't have Terra Luna Classic to pump it anymore. I'm not sure how far it will drop, who knows, but historically it has been shown to, basically drop to 30 cents, and all this lawsuit really been dropping it so much. But now at 355, I'm not sure what will happen. I didn't expect the price to go up that much. I didn't expect the price to go to 355. So we are seeing the prices literally pump at this level is just absolutely screaming like good news. But who knows? The prices could stop now, could stop tomorrow, and if I had the data, would be nice.
When comparative, now if you're looking at the market cap, 203.4.
Yeah, so XRP right now is going to 30. Support at 2.7 bids on spot. You don't want to lose to 3, but you can wick down. I fully agree. It seems like, XRP is going to be opening on a pretty crazy market because today is Sunday, so traders are not trading. I'm not super good at trading, so it's not like my main source of income, but it definitely seems like, something is going to be happening over the weekend. I can't say if it's bullish or bearish because I didn't check enough. But at 3.68 and people not selling at 3.45, it's weekend. So I'm gonna wait for the Asian Korean markets to wake up and see where it goes from here, right?
Channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research.
What I do when I'm not streaming, I'm mostly streaming. I'm watching news every day. So the thing is, like, I'm not a full-time trader, but what I'm doing really good at is I am having a different approach at checking XRP's price. So the good thing I'm doing is actually checking the news. The news is the best source of information. And again, there's macro news, micro news, macro news, whatever you want to call it, bearish news, bullish news. But that's the real factor here, right? You can make plenty of money. So yeah, actually I am live on YouTube every single day. That does as well.
When you are investing in cryptocurrency. So Fed Chair Powell is set.
So yeah, everything we are hearing about this news is already priced in. That's why I don't trade ever, or I just trust my luck, because all of this news that we're seeing priced in. But it's basically speculation at that point, and if you're a bit lucky, you can make some money. How much money? It really depends how big you go on the position and where you go from there, right? Because if you see news like that, Ethereum, being bought up 185 million. So yeah, it's basically like speculation at that point. But again, I don't do many trades.
XRP until a certain time. Ripple Labs expects to use XRP to continue incentivizing market makers to offer tighter spread between currency pairs in exchange for XRP and to sell XRP to institutional investors. And that's starting to happen at a greater scale. And this was announced by Brad Gerlinghouse on December 7, 2017.
So yeah, the good thing about like news and trading is if you basically trade on the news, sometimes there's macro news that can affect the trades. But again, if you know how to read the data, it's easy money from there. I'm really bad at reading candles and everything like that, But when I see like news like this, Ripple Labs expects to use XRP to continue incentivizing markets makers to offer tighter spreads between currency pairs, exchange for XRP, and to sell XRP to institutional investors. Like, that is not going to change XRP's price by $5, $10, $10. But when you see, for example, XRP getting signed a government bill, you can basically kind of speculate that it will go up, in the near future. And that's the bullish news for me. That's the big news that we are seeing. But this news every single day, I feel like it is pumping the data for the retail investors. It probably is. Because if someone sees this news every single day and sees good news, good news, good news, it shows them like, ooh, this is actually pretty good. XRP is getting news. So payments begin August 1st. And again, July 22nd, August, September, we are going to be seeing basically Korean markets entering big.
December 7th, 2017, the last bull market top, pretty much the top for XRP was in January of 2018, but pretty much we're getting close,
So yeah, there's no real world usage for XRP yet, but the thing is the technology is evolving. That's the good thing. It's not just, gambling anymore like 2016, 2017. There is a real world utility that could be created. Again, banks want to work with it. Banks want to work with crypto companies now because it's making sense for them. So XRP is not solving a payment problem. It's solving a liquidity problem.
A shout out to Vincent. XRP is not solving a payment problem. It's solving a liquidity problem. 14 years ago, they asked the question, how we create unlimited liquidity without causing domestic inflation. That's where a token which provides $100 trillion of liquidity comes into play. You can never sell $100 trillion or buy it, but you can sure, exchange it for stable coins at a speed and rate that matches supply, not faster or slower. If you truly understand this, then you are ready to unlock the future potential of value of XRP. Not financial advice, of course, but
all right. So I don't know if I agree with this post, but this RLUSD transactions on the Reddit require XRP for fees. And again, this has kind of pumped XRP's prices a bit. So, we have said that we have a system ready for the banks for XRP. I guess it's mostly government oversight. So once the government oversight is done, that could be the bullish indicator for XRP. So that's what I'm really, really bullish on. Is not that XRP is going to pump. I'm really bullish on basically XRP becoming the next big thing to work with banks, because that's what's going to really create adoption, right? And it might take 10 years to achieve that.
Unofficial all-time high that was recorded, you could see, that level is now playing as a support for us. So, in unofficial standard, we've already reached an all-time high.
So yeah, the thing I like to say is, sometimes I'm wrong, but plenty of times I only like to talk about stuff I'm right. So I like to be proven wrong, because on the stuff I'm right about, that's what people come back to my YouTube channel, because I'm right on a lot of things. So who knows what will happen? We don't know anything at this point. Where I never expected, to be honest, XRP at 3.5. When I saw it for 1 cent, I thought, okay, this is going to 50 cents max. And that was 2016, right? 2017. But now we're seeing $3.5. The market is going crazy. There's too much money in this world. When you see something going from $2 to $3.5 in what? In a few days, few weeks, it just tells you there's too much money in this world right now, and that's why the big institutions are coming in. That's why they're joining. So anything could happen at this point. So who knows? Like I could be totally wrong. I'm not holding a huge position. There is plenty of bad scenarios that could happen in crypto. And we saw FTX. And the good thing is to always be open-minded that XRP could crash to zero. It's an open-minded scenario. Could it happen? There is a non-zero chance, because you never know what might happen basically. So I'm not too smart for that though. So we can check here that he's talking about XRP.
4% away just back on Friday, but we have seen, look at the way this support played out for us. So the price of XRP has been holding really, really nicely, and we are literally just about a 5% move for us to break towards.
So yeah, XRP holders and retail investors are holding it. They are holding it very strong. They like it a lot, and I think it's looking good right now for the prices, unless we get like a black swan event, which would be bad for XRP.
The new yearly high, and then after that, pretty much we could start heading towards that all-time high that a lot of people are waiting for at $3.83. I'm very, very impressed with the way things are holding, and in order.
Yeah, this is definitely just speculation. So There's no like proof that this will happen, but I'm hoping is right. That would be nice. Again, looking at charts, anything can happen. The price predictions, there's plenty of articles that are saying XRP is going to go to $15. XRP is going to $37. A lot of the times we saw that with Shiba Inu. Never happened. We were waiting for SHIB to explode to $1. Never happened. Because, the market cap, if you want to get to like XRP to $20, you have to have a lot of positive news, a lot of positive updates. Again, you gotta really change the system to see that. So I don't chart myself. So yeah.
Of XRP.